Hi and welcome to Inside South Florida. I'm Dave Aizer. On our show today, we chat with Miami Dolphins legend Ricky Williams. We talk with Skid Row frontman Sebastian Bach. We get you psyched for the Tortuga Music Festival. We tell you about all the great work the March of Dimes is doing here in South Florida. We show you an adorable furry friend you can take home. And we tell you why you need to check out Striker Soccer this season. But first, he was a dynamic player for the Dolphins, and he's even more dynamic off the field. Here's my conversation with Ricky Williams. We're at Johnny V's on Las Olas, one of this guy's favorite hangouts when he's in town. Ricky Williams, legend. I can say legend. Legendary.
You can say legend.
Yeah, I can say it. I just did. Legendary running back for the Dolphins. You hold almost every running back record for the team.
Yes.
And you're in town. You played in Vernon Carey's celebrity golf tournament to benefit the youth of South Florida. You like coming back down to South Florida?
I love it. You know what? If it weren't for my wife wanting to go to Austin, I'd still live down here. You know, what I love about South Florida is you wake up every morning, you feel like you're in paradise.
Yeah, and people who live here forever say that. People who are on vacation say that. You had some great years here. Do you have any memories that stick out on the field, off the field of your time here?
I think my biggest memory is the whole 2002 season. Although we barely missed the playoffs, I think we probably had one of the best Dolphin teams in the history of the team. We had Jason Taylor, we had Zach Thomas, Jay Fiedler had a big year, Rob Conrad. We had a star-packed team. We just fell short, but we had the NFL sack leader, we had the NFL rushing leader. It was a special time for me leaving New Orleans and really, you know, re-energizing my career. It was great.
And what's cool about it, when you came here, this is a franchise that in the 80s was a passing franchise, right? Marino, Duper, Clayton. But they had, you know, this franchise hasn't had a lot of star running backs. I feel like you revitalized the team from that position.
Yeah, you know, it's Miami. You got the beach, and there's a swag here in Miami, and I think they need a star player. And I think before me it was Dan Marino, and I came in, and I think I did a good job of really bringing that star power back to Miami. We had Jason Taylor and Zach Thomas. And I think right now with the Dolphins, they just need a superstar. And I think this town with a superstar, sky's the limit.
Well, listen, you look great. You're in shape. Why not Ricky Williams, round two? Round four, I guess, really. From the time
honestly, I think I could still be an effective running back for like a quarter of one game. But it's a grind, and I think you have to have your heart all the way in it, and you have to be ready to grind. And I got to the point where I was tired of my body feeling like crap every day, and I was looking for something different. Yeah. But I loved my time in the NFL, especially my time in Miami, and still have fond memories. I'd say at least once a month I go back and watch my highlight film from being a Miami Dolphin, and it just energizes me and brings back so many great memories.
That's hilarious that you watch your own personal highlights film.
Well, you know, because there's something about performing, and I think a lot of performers will tell you whether they're actors, musicians, or athletes, is when you get on the field, like I surprise myself. And so when I go back and watch film, it's just a reminder of the potential I have to surprise myself.
So I'm just trying to picture this. So you're sitting home on your couch, you're like, sweetie, time to watch my highlight video. You press play, and you're like, oh, I'm great.
Yeah.
Does that happen?
You know, she's over it. Sometimes I'll get the kids to want to watch, but most of the time, like if I'm having a rough day, or I'll just sit down and put on a highlight film and be like, I am somebody.
Do you have one run, whether it was at UT or in the NFL, that your favorite play ever?
You know, there is a play where, so the tag I got leaving New Orleans was that I couldn't break the long run. And I got to Miami, it was our third game, we were playing the New York Jets, and it was coming towards the end of the game, and we pretty much had the game in hand, but we were ready to knock it out. And I had like a 55-yard run up the right sideline, and for me, I just felt like a monkey jumped off my back, and really established myself as a premier back for the Miami Dolphins.
It's NFL draft season. The draft's in a couple of weeks, and I don't know if there's a guy, seriously, in the history of the NFL that has a cooler draft story than you. Seriously, I mean, for people who don't know, the Saints traded their entire draft and then a couple of picks from the next year to the Redskins to move up to take you.
Yeah.
You know, that's never happened.
In retrospect, it is cool, but in the moment, it was one of the worst days of my life.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted to be the number one pick. Cleveland passed me. Ended up being the number 5 pick, not even the first running back taken. So my pride was damaged a little bit. But you know, all's well that ends well. I went to New Orleans, got to play with Coach Ditka, and eventually got traded to Miami, where my career really took off. So it's a cool story, and I'm looking forward to writing the book.
Well, and then when you came to the Dolphins, they traded first-round picks for you
Another first
also.
round, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I brag. I was traded in my career. I was traded for 3 first-round picks.
That's insane. Yeah, but no, I want to go back to that because you said it wasn't a great day for you. That's really interesting to think about. All of us NFL junkies who watch the draft.
Yeah.
Like, what is going through your mind? You want to be first overall, then you're not. Then people are trading a whole draft to get you.
Yeah, it was back and forth, and it was a crazy day, and it's a special day. I think just in the moment I was so intent on being the best, and then when I slid down to 5th, I kind of lost some of that. But when Coach Dickey traded the whole draft, I kind of got some of it back. So I think at the end of the day, it was a wash. But it's one of those things. I think whenever people talk about the draft, talking about crazy stories, I'll always be in some top 10 list. So in a way, I was immortalized.
It's pretty cool. It's a great story. All right, what are you up to these days? What are you doing?
I'm doing so many things. I just finished shooting Celebrity Apprentice in LA. I'm doing television. I'm with ESPN, Longhorn Network. I'm working on a couple documentaries. I really consider myself a Renaissance man, and I think since retiring from the NFL, I have a chance to do all the things that I really want to do.
You said Celebrity Apprentice. Are you a fan of Trump's?
Well, it was Trump, but he got fired because he was a little too controversial, and so Arnold Schwarzenegger was the boss this time.
Should he run for president?
I think there's conversation that he wants to, but I think there's a stipulation where you have to be born in the U.S. or something like that.
Yeah.
But if he can get past that, I wouldn't be surprised if he ran for, especially with Trump running for president. I think it's shown that anyone who's got enough money and support to do it can run for president.
I think Ricky Williams should run for president.
I think in about 10 years when the laws start to change and the youth starts to have more of a voice, that I might be just cool enough that I might actually get a couple of votes.
And we broke it on this show. It is good to see you, man. Come back to South Florida. Let's do this again.
For sure. Thank you.
You got it.